Hey guys, welcome back to the Hybrid Network, and we're about to get a little confusing. But some context. Earlier this week, Josh Brolin spoke a little bit about his role as the mutant mercenary Cable in the upcoming Deadpool 2. Cable and Deadpool have pretty strong ties to one another over the years, set in place most notably in the spectacular Cable and Deadpool comic series written by Deadpool co-creator Fabian Nicieza. So to see the two in a film together is a pretty big deal for comic book fans, though the question on a lot of people's minds is the status of Cable in this universe, as this will be marking the first time Nathan Summers has ever been adapted to the big screen. Does he already know Wade? Has he formed a mercenary team already with Domino? It's kind of up in the air at the moment, but Brolin has actually given some pretty interesting hints. Speaking with Collider, Brolin talked at length about Cable's role in the film, stating, "I'm not going to tell you how much I'm in the film, but it's his introduction. And I think his introduction, even in the small promos and teasers that David has shown me, I think it's a proper reveal. I think we're not trying to hide the fact that this is the beginning of Cable and absolutely not the end. There's a lot to be revealed, but there's 3 more movies to tell more." Okay, so there's a lot to dissect from that. Let's start with the obvious one. Brolin states that there's 3 more movies to tell more about Cable. Now, we know at the moment that Cable is showing up in Deadpool 2 next year and in X-Force whenever that comes out, which probably won't be for a little bit, but that still leaves about 2 more films if we're going by what he said about 3 films besides Deadpool to tell his story. So, what does this mean? I'm assuming that nothing is set in stone right now, but I'd be willing to bet that he could make a return for another supposed sequel to Deadpool. Another X-Force film perhaps, though that might be a little unlikely at the moment. Or perhaps something to do with a solo venture. Now, it would certainly make sense to head in that direction if Cable's story is supposedly being introduced in Deadpool and then revealed slowly over time, like some sort of long winding narrative that makes you really question what kind of future this guy comes from. My guess is that in Deadpool 2, they're not going to delve too much into it, mostly just sticking with the tried and true, he's from the future, who cares. I guess the biggest thing I'm asking right now is how much of his comic book past are we going to be seeing in the film, because there's a lot to go into. A lot of it's confusing and convoluted, and not to mention a little stupid sometimes, but I mean, what character hasn't been stupid at one point or another? Anyway, Cable's whole origin involves being infected by Apocalypse with a techno-organic virus, which could be problematic considering he's dead. If they want to dive into the idea of multiple timelines, which I really hope they don't, they could just say he's from a future where Apocalypse won, and he was engaging his forces every day as part of the Ascani tribe. Okay, so far so good. Nothing really that much of a stretch there. Oh, by the way, he's the son of Cyclops and Madeline Pryor, a clone of Jean Grey who died after becoming the Phoenix, who was created by Mr. Sinister so that he could use the offspring of the two against his master Apocalypse. Apocalypse gets upset and infects the baby with the virus that I stated about earlier. Then, a member of the Ascani tribe that exists in a parallel future that continues to fight against Apocalypse offers to take the baby with her so that they could cure the virus within him. Then when they get to the future, in the tragic event that they fail, they clone Nathan, which falls into the hands of Apocalypse of the future, not the one from the present, keep up, who then corrupts it to become his new heir, Strife. And we're not going to talk at large about Strife because Strife is really dumb, but the point is Cable has a lot going on. So they're definitely going to have to tone him down and simplify him a little bit for this upcoming film, especially considering that this is just his introduction, and Deadpool seems to be largely unconnected to any other X-Men projects going on at the moment. Soldier from the future, stuck in the present. Good enough for me. But what do you guys think? Would you want them to go with a comic-accurate version of Cable's backstory, or would you rather they try and do something a little simpler? Let us know in the comments down below, and thank you all for watching. Go ahead and like us on Facebook if you haven't already, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe for more of our content. Don't forget to check out our website for news articles, reviews, editorials, and more every single day. And if you'd like to show your support, consider donating to our Patreon page, where all the proceeds help us to create higher quality content for you, the viewer. Thanks guys, and we'll catch you all next time.